Okay, I want to give you some quick tips on building a portfolio website. I've got 3 samples here, all some pretty solid ones with some really good things and some things to tweak. So we start off here. I think opening the home page is really important. I think it's nice just to have, I think Amanda, what she did here, just a nice brief statement, just kind of says what it is. She took the header and she actually took an image. I think it looks nice and professional. I'm usually not a fan of or recommending having yourself or pictures of you on your website. But I think if you're going to do it, make it look really, really nice and professional. And I think Amanda did a nice job with this. She has her contact information up there clear, which is fine. She could have just had her name, left the email off of that header. But I think this is a nice opening. We don't have any editing issues here or exclamation points. So I think that's fine. We see it's amandastallings.wordpress.com. Pretty simple URL. So that's nice to see also. I wish this said home right here. The first menu button should always be home on a website. I'd probably move the contact me down to the far end with the resume, but she's got things organized pretty well here. She's got print work, web stories, photography, page designs. I might take that print work and web stories and combine them. I think some people see a difference between stories that appear in the yearbook or in the newspaper and on the web. And honestly, they're just stories. So I'd probably just have one category called stories, one category called page designs. If you want to put some photos in there, that's great. Let's see some of what she's done here, though. And we see it's a nice little visual. We get these on WordPress by creating JPEGs and dropping them in. But what I really like is this PDF, where now I can see a PDF version of this. It's a high-res version that I can actually read. If I were to go back and if I were to try to read this thing, you see how digity that is? It just does not look good. It's not going to print off well. And if you're wanting to show somebody what you've done, that's just not good. The only thing I might do is between these two things is insert a little line under here so I know that this link goes with this story, and a little separator, okay? Because the amount of space between this item right here and the image above it and the image below it is the same. Let's make sure that people know that that PDF goes with the item above. But we've got things on here. I would probably say in a category, having 3 to 5 items is all that you need, and it should be your best stuff. I wouldn't go more than that. You could have less if you want, but little, it's a nice consistent look here for everything that she's done. She's taken her web stories. We'll talk about those a little bit, but I want how they looked on the web. Please do not, for your portfolios, print off Google Docs or Word documents. They need to be versions from the web. Photography, we go in and look at some photos that she has in here. And we check this out, and I see again, I'm really only probably wanting here 3 to 5 photos. We don't need probably this many photos of these things. And if you're going to have a photo, they all do need cut lines. And we see if I pull this one up, we do have a cut line down here, so that is nice. Please make sure all images do have cut lines. They are needed. Go in and look at her page designs, and very similar to the stories, really nice visual here with a high quality piece down below it. Okay, moving on here. We have Sophie. Now Sophie, a little different slant with what she's done. We have a nice logo up here. We've chosen not to go with the photo. I think this is all good practical information, like the information that we've seen with both Amanda and with Sophie. It's been good stuff, similar stuff that you're going to see on your resume, things about them. It's not like either of them are turning this into a dating profile thing or something like that. They don't talk about liking long walks on the beach or anything like that. It's really just information about them. Now down here as I scroll, we see nothing found and some things here. So I think what Sophie probably needs to do, and you all should do, is always look through your pages. If there's something on there that you don't know what it is or where it belongs, we need to delete that. We need to remove it from there just because it looks kind of weird. So that I would probably recommend that she gets off. But we go in now. She's separated by looks of her menu. She's got home over there, which is really good. We got 3 different types of writing. We got page design and we got contact. All nice. We have these things which are the stories here as she's exported them. This is all we see on this version right here, there's just a lot of white space all around that. I think on the web we could crop that down a little bit so we don't have all that white space there, but we do have download PDF here. This really kind of is just floating out here. I might put download PDF of Downs leaves for FHC story here, you know, or something like that. But again, just tightening some of these things up. I like to see when the story was published and where it was published. Having those separators also will help on some of the story things that we have. Now page designs, they're on here, it's good. Download a PDF here. Again, I'd have that be just a little bit more detail on there, and separator if we need. Again, if this search box is kind of weird, I'd probably just remove it from being on there. And the contact information is important. She's chosen not to put her resume on here, so that's very, very good. But we got the email on here. She's chosen to put the Twitter and Instagram. That's great. People can reach out if they want the resume. Amanda chose on hers back here to include the resume with a PDF link of it for someone to download. Again, totally fine. It's just up to you on if you want to put that information out there or not. I will leave that up to you. You're going to find some people with their resumes on their website, some without. I would not put your social security number on there, right? And if you don't want direct contact information, that's fine. The nice thing about WordPress is they do have some contact information things where people can go ahead and fill out a form, and as long as it's connected to your email, that if they want some more information from you, they can contact you that way, and you don't have to put your info out there. However, if it's on your resume, your contact info is going to be there anyway, so just kind of decide what route you want to go there. Okay. And then Lily here, Lily's the last one. I probably wouldn't have gone with this photo for the opening thing. We see some nice information down here below, which is fine. But again, I'm probably not. This is a little bit different image-wise. Video standpoint, she has embedded things here, and I think it's good. I would keep this information. I think it's good to have what did you do with the video, but I'd probably just not talk about probably Lauren in here and things like that. I would just talk about like what your role was and what you did with the video. I went and shot B-roll for this video, and I was in charge of editing. I did work with a partner or something like that, right? And then we see, does this content go down here? Does it go up here? So I'd have that separator that separates. We know the content goes with the video above, and we don't get confused if it's below or not. I think she's probably got too many videos in here. I'd probably separate it into a couple different either types of videos, or I'd just narrow it down to the best 3 to 5 when we're going in there. And news videos, with these see the same thing, just quite a few. I would narrow that down as well. You want to choose your best stuff for your portfolios. Show them what you're capable of when you are doing your best that you have. For live streams, you know, just put those in here. I would say if you're having a live stream, I might put that you were the main camera, and then you could put the stream on there or something like that. If you're an announcer, I probably wouldn't have somebody listen to all 3 hours. You need to be working on taking some selections from your best calls that you made and putting those together. I have some samples of those from other announcers if you are interested in hearing some of those. Now resume, she just put resume and resume here. I think I might have that visual to go along with it, the JPEG, and then put download a PDF version of my resume here. She's got a contact form on here, but then we've also got a contact here, so I probably would not have the contact here. So I think it's when you get done with your website, just make sure you go back and look at things. If you're not sure, like this share this button, like even what it is, you can always take those things off. It's things I'm going to be looking at when I go through your sites and give you feedback and grade you. I would watch your overuse of an exclamation points. Those are always in there. I really think you get 3 in your life, so maybe don't use one on your resume or your resume site or in your portfolio. Overall, though, those are the main tips that we have. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I think WordPress is great. I can give a lot of help with WordPress if you're building your site in there and showed up to one of my meetings. Otherwise, there's a ton of information on the web about WordPress and how to build things. I'll be sharing some of those things with you as well. but there are other options people can use. The big thing is you just want stuff to be clean, you want it to make you look good, you want it to be able to display your work in a way that is going to interest people in wanting to get a hold of you. Anyway, if you have questions, please come see me. Thanks.